this is Raman Gill. Welcome to episode 1 of the 10,000 Trades Show. This show is all about mastering trading and creating excellence through deliberate practice and analysis of 10,000 trade setups. In today's show, we will look at a trade setup that I consider my bread and butter trade setup. This is something that sets up often, it's very easy to identify, and it is very profitable as well. This is called a double top pattern. So let's go on over to the charts and look at how we would enter a trade based on this setup, where our stop loss would need to go, and where our profit target would be.
Today, I wanted to share with you my my bread and butter trade setup. This is something that I use all the time and I find it sets up often. This is called double top. It's a market reversal trade pattern. Before we get into it, just a quick disclaimer. This is for educational purposes only. If you have questions about your individual investment needs, I recommend you talk to your investment advisor. Let's move on to the charts now. So here we are looking at a British pound Japanese yen 5-minute chart. And as you can see, price goes and tests the same level twice. And that's how we get this double top pattern. What we see here is that the price had been moving up steadily. We had 3 pushes. The first, it was big violent move to the upside, and then we saw another push to the upside, and finally, as we can see here, price started compressing, and by that I mean that the candle started getting smaller and smaller, and as you can see, price came up to this 142.30 level and then wasn't able to go through. Price goes into this 142.30 level, it gives us a reversal, it pushes away from it, and then price goes and tests the same level again, as you can see. And at this point, price tries 5 times, price tries to push through this level but fails, and then we get engulfing candle and then another nice big engulfing candle. I like to see big engulfing candles like this one because that generally means that the momentum is shifting and the price will likely continue lower. The entry on this would be after this candle closes, this nice big red candle, pull back. I usually look for a 50% pullback on this candle, so you can enter anywhere between the low here and 50% retracement level, and your stop loss would go above the high. So make sure your stop loss is above this pin up here. We want to make sure we give the trade some room to breathe, so it's important. So stop loss goes up here, this is the entry, and we sell. And as you can see, price showed us another nice engulfing candle and started moving down steadily, and then it just dropped here. Once we start seeing these pins and the price is not able to break the pin here, that means we may start seeing a reversal, and I'd be looking for price to close back up here in order to get out of the trade, but it doesn't do that and continues further and right into our S1 support level here, and we get our first big engulfing candle in the opposite direction. So this is a bullish engulfing candle, which would suggest that the price would start moving to the upside, and as we can see that it has done that. Anytime you see a big engulfing candle in the opposite direction of your trade, that's something to pay attention to. And again, keep in mind that price may retrace or start reversing after that point. So that's when we get out of the trade once this candle closes, and we are done. As you can see, the profit in this trade was 243 pips. So from entry to exit, our profit is 243 pips. And as you can see, we never really went close to our stop loss. The trade just worked out in our favor. This is again double top setup. We look for support and resistance level, and as the price goes into that level and pulls back from it, we're looking for the price to go and test the same level again the second time around. Once it tests the same level second time around, we look for a place to get into that. We want to make sure that we get nice engulfing candles in the direction that we want to take a trade in. In this case, it's a short trade, so we're looking for red candles. And as soon as we get nice engulfing pattern here, twice the price rejected the level and made a double top, we can enter our trade. Again, our entry is right here on 50% pullback of this candle, and we're looking for a move to the downside. Once we get a big engulfing candle in the opposite direction, our trade is done and we are out of the trade. Again, 243 pips or $2,430 in profit. There you have it. This is my go-to bread and butter trade pattern that I trade all the time.
Hope you enjoyed that trade setup. If you like this video, please feel free to share it with your friends and make sure you subscribe to the show so you get the latest episodes. Thank you so much for joining me today, and stay tuned for tomorrow's episode because we will be back with another great trade setup.